Woo! All right. Yeah. All righty. Okay.
All righty. Y'all excited and ready to get this thing started again?
Let's get it started. So, welcome
Yes.
back to Talk About It with Alice. We are here. We're alive. We're here. And so, we're so glad to be back. We're glad to be back on Let's Talk About It with Alice. So, please hit share, hit, like so that you can invite everyone back in with Let's Talk About It with Alice. So, we're excited because we got some brand new information. So, who is on with me? Hello.
I think everybody's been like, where have you guys been? What's up with that?
Well,
Yes. Where have we
where have we
been?
been? We've been for the summer. The summer has been great. We got a lot of rain in Atlanta, and so didn't get a chance to do a lot outside, but had a chance to at least go to the pool a couple of times and enjoy that. I didn't go on vacation other than to Savannah once, and other than that, my summer was mostly not outside, but mostly inside. All right. Anybody else?
My summer was about the same. Mostly inside working.
Well,
My summer was
you didn't
lit.
sound too excited about that, and you're just mostly inside
Because
work.
I needed a vacation.
Ah,
Well, hey, Terry, I took enough vacations for all of us. My summer
tell
was
us
like
about
full
it.
of one vacation after the other vacation after the other vacation. Yeah, it was amazing.
Hawaii,
No,
okay.
Tara took enough vacation for all of us. She said my summer was great. Let's
Dominican.
go now. All right.
Yeah, Dominican Republic, Hawaii last week,
Mm-hmm.
Florida. It's been amazing. It was a busy, busy summer, but a lot of fun. Thoroughly, thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. Ate some great food and
Oh, I bet.
just had a really good time. Yeah. I don't know
Were
if you
you able
saw
to go
some of
to
the
a
pictures
luau?
I was posting. We did not, but we're going back to Hawaii in March. So we will go to a luau. We ended up going into Maui, and then the
Okay.
next day we flew to Oahu to Honolulu so that I could see that island, and we stayed there overnight, and then we came back to Maui and just spent the rest of the time in Maui. But I didn't want to go to a luau. I kept saying let's go, then I was like, nah, let's not go. Let's just chill because we just run, run, run. So we
Yeah.
decided to just totally relax. We went out on the hung out on the beach, and I posted, I don't know if you saw it, these
Mm-hmm.
dolphins. It was about 20 plus dolphins, maybe 30 or more, that were just going just going through the water. You just from the beach, I mean from the beach, you were able to look out into the water and see those dolphins. So that was probably the highlight in my mind of my summer.
Ah,
All right. So
okay.
that's what you had a chance to do. So you did more than we did. Hawaii, that was
Yes,
great.
of course.
Okay, let's kick this off because I think this is our first time back. We got a new setup, got a new screen. So, we're excited about that. And hopefully we can, get some things going. So, we've got such a fantastic show. So we want to be able to share with you what's coming up. So we've got, Shawana and Ian, Shawana and Terry is on. And so what we've got coming up is want to talk about something that really I went to see. I did go see a movie. I celebrated my birthday. Yay! And it was really exciting. So I thought what I would do is take in a movie. A couple of friends and I, we went to the movies and just
What
what do
did you
you
go
think we went to
see?
see? Yeah,
That crazy
and
one.
what did I go see? I went to see Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. So we know we can't save our souls. Jesus had to save us, but however, they said save your soul. I don't know what that meant. So I did go to the movie to see it. I hear that there was a lot of things going back about what this movie was
Controversy.
about. I was Yes, I was in that movie literally 12 minutes, walked out and got my money back. 14.95.
Okay, good. I'm glad you did because I tried to watch it earlier today. I couldn't even finish it. I was like, what is this? I know nobody paid their money to see
Wow.
this.
A hot mess. When I tell you, I mean, just a hot mess. I don't know who else went to see it, and the basis for it just made absolutely no sense at all. So I'm saying it was, first of all, to me, it was a low quality movie. Okay. And
Yeah.
then secondly, the two people that played it, I was really, really, really disappointed. Um, but it
The
was not a
title, the
movie.
titles and the previews alone turned me off. When I saw the preview and saw the title, I thought, what kind of crap? This is not even worth my time. And so I didn't even go. And then when you said that you were in there just a few minutes and
No,
turned
12
off your
I
minutes.
would have
movie,
got mine
12,
back too. I watched it on
12 minutes.
Peacock,
I was
tried
in
to
that
watch it
12
this
minutes.
morning on Peacock, and it was horrible. I was like, I know
wow.
mama didn't pay her money to go see. I was,
Oh, man,
no.
14,
Wow.
not 14.95. Another
Yeah.
friend, one of my friends, she got up. We just walked out. She walked out before me. I was sitting there like, this is crazy. So I did. I got up, walked out. I went to the counter and I said, "Sir, please, I would love to have my money back." I said, because I can't
Huh?
watch that. And guess what? The young lady said, "Oh, you're not the only one. A couple other people did." So what? Yes,
Wow.
yeah, it was
Wonder
horrible.
why,
But it's
what
That's all.
crazy
possessed them to
how they put
create
it on
something so
Peacock.
idiotic?
It's
They
crazy how
had
they
it
put
on
it on
Peacock
Peacock
the
so
same
far, so
day.
fast.
They
Yeah,
they
Yeah,
had it on
because they knew
Peacock
nobody
the
was gonna go
same
to the
day.
movies and watch that crazy mess.
yeah.
It came
But
out, I believe, that Thursday. We went
uh-huh.
that Friday. It was on
Mm-hmm.
Peacock that Saturday.
Yep. That's why I saw it
And
earlier.
nobody was gonna spend their money on that kind
Right.
of crazy stuff.
Oh,
But
But on
honk
another
for
note, I
Jesus.
heard that the woman's king is pretty good.
I
They say
heard
I
it's
that
heard
was
that.
almost like a Black
amazing.
Panther,
I heard
but
that
they say it's
too. I
pretty
will
good.
go. Yeah, I
We're
want to go
Yeah.
going
see that. I want
yeah,
to go
we're
see
going
that.
to
I
see.
heard
I've
that
got
too. I really
nothing
don't go
but
see.
positive feedback on that one
Yes,
too.
Me too.
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
Me too.
going.
yeah.
But
So
Viola
that
Davis
Wow.
is
one,
really good anyway. She's just
Oh yeah, and the
amazing.
ones and the people that are with her, I mean, they're
Right.
just those chicks. I mean, they're amazing already.
Yeah.
I,
Intense.
I think on the one that was hung for Jesus I was like through when the guy took his clothes off in the church and had his underwears on. Then he
I didn't even
goes
get
up
that
there and
far.
he got in the baptismal pool, and then the wife went up to baptize him. I said, "Oh, this is absolutely insane."
I didn't even get that
What?
far, Glenn. And
A hot mess, sick.
Ew.
So, do not go see that.
yeah,
Don't spend your
You are,
money. Don't waste
don't
your
that
even look
is
at
time.
it. It's not even
ridiculous.
worth looking at. Peacock or no
Wow.
Peacock. That just don't make no sense.
I
So
didn't. I
that's what
couldn't
the whole
finish it.
Jesus. But you know what? I
All
I
right,
mean,
mom.
hmm,
When you heard what?
when I heard Hung for Jesus, I should have known, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
should have.
right. You
And I
right.
am so
And
surprised
I did.
that
I
you
did.
did not
I
get a
did.
clue.
did.
because
I
normally
did.
you would be able to be like, okay, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
So to when
I
I
did my
heard you say you were
research.
going, I was in shock. I was like,
I
what?
know.
Right.
I know.
But
I
I like
know.
Yeah,
Regina Hall
hot
as an
mess.
actress, and I thought she would.
I
I
did not
didn't.
like her in that. I never would have.
Yeah.
I didn't. Let's put it like this: some movies, when you see people, and after they be in it, you don't see them the same way. And for him and her, I don't see them the same way. There you go.
All right, so
Kind of like
next
what happened.
topic.
Halle Berry. Remember when she played in that movie and she got that Oscar
Monsters
for
Ball.
Oh,
Monsters
Monsters
that
Ball.
Ball.
mess? There again, I didn't see her the same way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow. Okay.
so that's
That
moving
All
she
right
right,
took on
Mama.
that
along.
one.
Moving right along. Should we go to the second thing? I know. And please, 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 everybody, please share. We're just back. And so we want to bring some exciting things to you, but we do want to talk about some current things that's going on. And the one thing that's current that I think is just before we get to the last one is the Mississippi State Department of Health lifted their boil water notice. If you didn't know, the Jackson, Mississippi had a boil water notice in the city of Jackson. After 40 long days of detrimental days of unsafe water conditions, they lifted the boil. But according to the NAACP, which they're on their way there now, they said, make no mistake about it, the water is still unsafe.
I was about to say.
2 months, the city was completely cut off. Long distribution lines were formed around the city to get bottled water. If you didn't know, New Birth Missionary Baptist Church delivered 4 tractor-trailer trucks full
Wow.
of bottled water to Jackson, Mississippi. It was
Wow.
really detrimental. And this is the thing. When people turned their tap water on, it was still leaking, seeping
The
Black.
brown
brown
water.
Brown.
Yeah.
water. Is that not bad?
They
And
said
it
that it's
said
like
that,
it's go ahead.
yeah, and many asked,
Ugh.
how could something like this could happen? And you see this over in, maybe Nigeria, some of the, third world countries probably, but
Right.
we're in America. And they said, how could
Right.
something like this could happen in America in 2022? Well, glad you
And
asked.
for
Yeah.
and for this
Does
long
Flint have good
period of
water?
time. Huh?
Mhm.
Does Flint? Does
So what?
Flint? Did they take care of Flint and Flint,
They went
Michigan's
on
water?
for years. But Michigan, they still experiencing problems. That has not been corrected either. What'd you say,
But this
Shawana?
Wow.
thing, they said that it's impacted 150,000 people in that Jackson,
Yeah.
Mississippi area.
Hmm.
That it happened because of a flood, and
Hmm.
I guess their systems went down. But I think the
Mm-hmm.
thing that is most confusing is that why is it taking 2 months to get it corrected? That part is
Right.
really, really interesting.
Well, they
Is
said
like
the
you would.
reason is NAACP said it's simple, and the reason is racism.
Yeah. There we
So
go.
why
So
are they
Jackson,
saying
Mississippi
racism?
makes up 90% of the population in
Mm-hmm.
Jackson. 90% is black. And
Mm-hmm.
because they said that I believe it's the governor who
Mm.
doesn't believe in, because of, you know, the disproportionate city, proportionate
Right.
of the cities. So the governor really doesn't believe in
Wow.
correcting anything that's in the black areas. That's
Mm.
exactly what it is. So the NAACP is on their
It's
way there
always that.
because
Always
people
feel
will
that.
start turning the water back on and still getting some of this water. We're going to have another issue again. So that's
And
what's
they
going on
said
in
that
chat.
even if they turn their
Old
water
pipes.
on,
Oh,
that is yeah,
The
that is
pipes.
is still an issue that they
it
can't
take a
use
long
it.
time before they could
I
correct
just
that.
can't
But
imagine being for 2 months being in a situation like that though. It's one thing when you go through this and then maybe a week and a half, there's some lingering, they're trying to get it all resolved. But to say 2 months, that you're gonna still be in this crisis. That part just like it just makes you wonder what in the world.
Well, even
Well,
with
kind of
plants,
makes you
all those
wonder.
years,
Yeah,
they still
yeah,
suffering. I mean, that's
Still,
yeah. And
ridiculous.
then but you go back to New Orleans. They knew about those lettuce, right? For years and
Yeah,
didn't
right.
do anything about them. So, you know,
yeah.
who suffer the most? Who suffers the
We do
most? And this
as
is
a
what
people.
we are. Again, systemic racism on the rise. However,
Systemic
moving right
racism.
along, that is good to know. So, what different organizations as well as the churches are definitely continuing to send water to Jackson,
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Right.
Okay, and so also this month is that what they call the National Preparedness Month, and it really is National Preparedness Month. And this is something that is put on by the emergency management and, of course, Homeland Security, Terry. And so they said that it's National Preparedness Month, meaning that every 6 months you should change your stored food and your water
Mhm.
supply. So it means that you should go in and you should make those changes. And I found that out, putting
Mhm.
things in the freezer and just leaving it there. That don't work. You
Right.
need to change it
Mhm.
around. And that's the most important because I had to throw a lot
Yep.
of things out just the other day. Didn't even know
Oh
about
wow.
National Preparedness Month. I just had to throw things out because I was looking for something and found out I had a lot of meat down there, but just wasn't any good anymore. Yeah, that's important.
Wow.
And then every
Yep.
12 months, you should rethink your needs and whether you need this or you don't. Rethink.
Right.
So that's a part of your National
That's
Preparedness
good.
Month, just raising your level of awareness
Yeah. I
about
know
Awareness.
I
some things.
need to
Mhm.
go clean out my pantry. I know
Yeah,
there's stuff in there, I'm sure. You know, like you have like seasonings that just seems to linger. I don't know if y'all have this issue, but I like seasonings,
I
so I'm
do.
always just
I do.
finding
Yeah.
myself buying seasonings. And
y'all
I'm
Mhm.
about
looking at this one
y'all about
shelf
a
that's
lot.
just like seasonings, and I'm like, okay, when do they go bad? I need to like literally go through and just like start purging just that
Yeah,
alone.
I did that a couple of months ago. Purged out all my seasons I was not even using.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Mhm.
So that's just kind of raising level of awareness everywhere, and just really looking at that. So this month, just understand, go through some things, but what we don't know, we don't know what this winter is going to bring, and just looking
Right.
at how things are now, we might be in for. So it's just a matter of just being proactive and doing things that's going to really really help you. Yeah. So
I
one of
love
the
that.
things that before we left people, we were talking about parenting and all these things. But one of the things that I looked it up and I thought, maybe there's something we can talk about. Um, One of the things that's a problem, the problems in America. I looked up some information talking about the problems in America, and this is something that we can think about. The problems are diverse across all cities that we are facing in America. Violent crimes, opioid, what is it? Opioid
Opioid.
Oh yeah.
crisis. It's an opioid epidemic. It really is an epidemic.
Yes.
Fear, physical and spiritual poverty. This is
Mm.
what we're facing across America. We
Mhm.
really are. Crimes in every city is at an all-time high.
Right.
But the
Mhm.
other
Did you
part
I
is,
mean, what you just said is so powerful. Physical and spiritual poverty.
yes,
Right.
I mean, we know what physical look like.
yeah,
And you know when you're spiritual, what spiritual look like. But that is just
but
like so powerful
so
Mhm.
many,
and
our pastor
sad.
was reading today that so many people are becoming, turning atheist, agnostic, and just totally walking away from the faith. So when we talk about spiritual poverty, this is where we are. And as a result of spiritual poverty, we've got, because there's no real thinking about whether I should do something wrong or not, just do it without even any conscience. So we are facing an epidemic. We always talk about what we have so many, missionaries have gone out to other countries to
Mhm.
evangelize. America needs to be evangelized. That's where
Yeah.
we are. America need to be evangelized. So our prayer is that America will become evangelized so that people can begin to be, you know, um, turn their focus and face back to God. So that's one thing. But the one thing that I wanted in bringing that to of the focal front, I want to bring something that we talked about just prior to going on vacation, which was a part of parenting. But what I want to talk about is this: is that when we talk about parenting, we're talking about now what's going on in the schools with our young people, the brawls that are breaking out, from the first day of school every day, 2 or 3 schools having to shut down,
Football
parents having
games.
to with their children.
Football games, and we literally just had one up in, Maryland too, if I'm not mistaken, this past Friday night, brawls
Oh
out on the
wow.
field where they have to shut the game down because they're out on the field just battling it out, and they have to send people
Wow.
out of the stadium. Yeah, 2
This,
on this past
what
Friday. Yeah,
what
so
next?
sad.
Why are they
What's
so
next?
angry?
Yeah,
What is
people are
next?
mm,
But it goes back to, and we're going to be dealing with this all through, no doubt, different times. But what does it speaks to? It speaks to the problems that we're facing. And now the problem is not, adults, but the problem is now our young people, our children. And so you see
Mhm.
now so many parents now are taking their children out of public schools, trying to get them in private schools, or trying to get them, where they feel that it might be safe. Because at this point now, we've got a lot of young people and young people that are afraid to come to school or go to school because of fear of something happening
Mhm.
every day, every single day, all across America.
well, let's take
So
it out of the schools and show you this
there it is.
video that
Okay.
that came across. Now, let me preface this. So, we're gonna, the video when it came out, it said that this was a 12-year-old boy, that got mad at his mom for, taking away his phone. Later, the mother came out and said, "No, I had basically a friend, not a friend in my mind, that posted this video. She shouldn't have posted it. This is my hurt that is on display, and my son is actually 15 years old, and he's been dealing with a mental health challenge for all of his life. And so, obviously, as a family, they've been dealing with that. But before all of that came to light about the mom, I want to show you guys this video, and you're going to see the magnitude of the damage that this child did in their house. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear it, but if you can't hear it, you can at least see, see the what ended up happening. So let me hit play, and then we could all watch it together. This is the mom in the background crying.
Yeah, we can't hear.
That's okay. Broken TVs, broken granite countertops, broken toilet, everything ripped off the walls. There's a television on the floor right there. All the mirrors in the house broken. You see all of her tables broken. She's about to go. The walls got holes in them. You see, just total destruction to the bathroom. I mean, the whole toilet is. Y'all see that? Whole toilet is just like destroyed.
Wow.
And so she's just crying. The mother is. We don't have to continue to show it, but we can now
No.
talk about it. So we could stop showing it, but we wanted to show that video, because this is something that is like on all over social media, and people are saying bad things about the mom and all of that. Some of the comments are, this mom, should have been doing something about it, before now, and that if he's 15 years old and doing this now, is he gonna end up killing her later? I mean, you get all kind of comments. So I want to put it back to you guys. I mean, obviously, we're watching what others have watched, and there's a whole lot of opinions out there. But would love to hear your thoughts, and then I'll share mine too.
All right. So I think first of all, it was mentioned that this child had a had some, challenges. I'll put it that way as a child. But the reason why he did this was because the mom took the phone away from him. And
Maybe
so,
because they first said that he
yeah,
was 12. He's not 12, and they said she took the phone away from him. We don't know what really was the cause.
right. So we don't really know. So we can't even make any comments on the whole thing because I don't really know the triggers. I don't really know what triggered it, the phone, whether it's the, challenges. I don't know, but that's a whole lot of tearing up over a period of time. How could one child do this? And in what span of time? And was he left by himself? Things that come to my mind that would make me think. And, so
Mhm.
I don't know. I just hope that this was, the absolute truth and that people are not trying to get money, setting up all kind of things that they would set up to, to get on, to get a lot of whatever that they get to get paid. You don't really know. We got so much that's going on nowadays until you just don't even know
Mhm.
what to believe to
Right.
be true and to be false. So to really
That's
try
true.
to make an assumption about it, I have to think of too many things,
Right.
because I just cannot see a parent allowing a child to take that long to tear up and nobody knew about it. Nobody was stopping it and to tear up a counter and, all kind of things like that. No, it just seems to be a little bit for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry, what about you? You're on mute. You're
Sorry about that. That's all I have to say. It just couldn't have been mine. I don't care about the challenges or whatever it may have been, but that is absolutely ridiculous. And it may not have took that long for them to do that because you could just go through and just go through that like
Now
a
that was a
whirlwind.
lot. That was a lot because
It's
you had to
a
that
whole
spend
was a
lot.
time tearing
whole
up
lot.
some of that. That was a lot.
Thousands,
Yeah.
thousands of dollars worth of damage on that.
Just tearing
I
down the kitchen.
It's just,
yeah,
Tearing
yeah. Go
up
ahead.
the counter,
it just
breaking up the
fathom me. I
counter,
don't.
pulling up the
What did
toilet.
you
No.
use to do all of that?
Yeah.
Your
So,
Well, he
hand?
was 270 pounds. I think for me, I could just give my opinion. My opinion is two things. Whoever this person was that was close and leaked this video should not be in your life anymore because that is obviously not a friend. Um, so
Totally
to me,
agree.
that's first and foremost. Because that was, if that's what happened, that is flat out just like disgraceful in my mind, especially knowing
Hmm.
if this young man had something going on in his
Right.
mind and obviously had a whatever happened caused that. The second thing I want to say is he obviously, if he got to that point to do what he just did, needs deeper help. I mean, whatever is going on, obviously he's not getting all the help that he need. And it sounds like there has to be more, because that was like an aggression like none other. To see the level of damage that was done throughout the entire house. And to your point, mom, where if you have this and your child is struggling like that, who was home? Or would you even leave the child home by themselves? There should be some sort of caretaker, in the home. And if you can't manage that, then you need to get some more help. That's where I see it. But
Mhm.
at the end of
Mhm.
the day, my heart hurts for her, with her and for her,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
now you're being judged. They don't know what you've been going through,
Right.
and the struggles
Exactly.
you've been going through. And now people are passing judgment, saying you need to spank the child, spare the rod, spoil the child, all this other stuff.
It's
But when it comes to
that's
mental
a
health,
huge
you
person.
can't even say stupid stuff like that. So I just, my heart goes out. It just lets you know that. I mean, look at what we were talking about earlier about the aggression that's going on at football games and with youth violence and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
Although this happened in their home, but it's still a reflection of what we're seeing out, and about. People have been
Right.
losing it. And there's just, it goes to what mom was saying in terms of, also the spiritual aspect of it, that there's
Right.
this poverty, spiritually. And so those are my 2 cents, but I just wanted to give like that, you
Right.
know, give a little
Ah,
piece to it.
Yeah.
look, that
It's
that
sad.
is those things like that are the absolute, and it's true. Yes, whereas we know that mental health is on the rise, and even among our young people, children. So that's why the help is really necessary. But for someone to get a young man to get out totally out of control, and that means that that's not something that just happened. This is something that is a bigger issue and that needs to be
Right.
dealt with. So I'm hoping that that's what that is. But I hope and pray that it wasn't anything where somebody is just trying to get money, because people are just doing everything now. So
Everybody's, yeah,
social media,
exactly. So
everybody's
true.
trying to make a dollar, and this is crazy, to put out things like that. So
So true.
again, this has been great. We covered a lot of information, just information for you to think about, and think about, also to pray about, also to be thinking about other people who are in situations that maybe we're not in. For instance, a Mississippi, situation that's devastating, really, really devastating. Also, to think about, when we move forward and we're talking about what's going on in America and the things that we are facing right now. And one of it is our next generation, the children that's coming. We got something to do so that we can help them. Yes, parents are at their wits' end because children are being influenced by social media, by TikTok. TikTok is the really big influencer for our young people now,
Yeah.
the adults as well, because they're off the chain too, but for our young people. And then they're taking this to school so that the teachers are having to deal with a lot.
Can you
Administrators,
imagine?
therefore, we will continue a lot of talk or just down through, this year, just really having great conversation, and we need. So this has been Let's Talk About It with Alice. I have thoroughly enjoyed coming back, just excited getting back in. So please share
Yay.
this with others, and just know that we are here, we are back, and we will be back with you next week. And as we always say, love, peace, and increase to you, because Shawana and Terry has been on with us. Last words, ladies.
No last words. Just thank you guys for coming. We are We are excited to be back on, and we can't wait to get some more discussions going and can't wait to see what you got to say about it.
Yes. Terry,
You're
you're on
muted.
mute, Terry.
I'm the, so I don't have any last words.
Tara is
No
like,
last words.
jump off so I can go watch my Falcons game. Tara,
Oh,
It
who's
this is
don't
playing
matter.
Terry.
today?
It don't
This
matter.
is,
They losing to the Rams.
are they
Who's playing?
really?
Oh, come on now. Please
Did
don't
you
tell us
guys see
that.
the
Oh,
Miami Baltimore game and the greatest comeback ever?
no,
They
The
were
who
who?
down
win?
3 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill killed it, nailed 2 touchdowns
Oh my
in
goodness.
like a short, like 6 minutes. And the Baltimore was trying to come back. They could not. Miami got well. First, Baltimore came back, and the score was up like 38-35. And then, like in the last 2 minutes, Miami pulled it off, got another touchdown, 42
Oh.
38, game over. They tried to. It was like they were
Oh.
trying to get. They had a good Jackson. He's a great quarterback, so he was trying to
Yeah.
get it down the field. But sorry,
Yeah, he
game
couldn't.
over. Miami kicked their behind, and that was the greatest comeback
Tyreek
ever.
Hill
It
doing
was
his
so
thing down
Tyreek Hill
there.
balled out. When I tell you that boy bad,
Yeah.
him
Oh
and
yeah.
the quarterback bad to the bone. It was
Well,
such a good
Tuggaloo,
game.
Tuggaloo. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever his
Oh.
name is,
I
I
am.
messed that name up. But
Some
such a great game.
Tuggaloo, Tuggle somebody.
Talk of somebody.
But Tyreek
Well,
Hill
it
catch
Such a good
has
him.
game.
been, let's talk about latest. It's been, let's talk about it.
Yes,
I
we
know the
gotta go.
day.
Bye.
So we will be back with you next week. Again, love,
Peace.
And increase.
Increase.
increase all of you. Goodbye. Have a good one.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.